It is day 45 of the Zombie Hunter build, and as you can probably guess, a lot of time has passed based on the way that I'm dressed now as opposed to my last video, and that's because it's currently 29 degrees Fahrenheit in Chicago today. So bad news is I didn't make a video in a long time, but it is super cold and I need to start working on this thing just because I've been getting a lot of pressure to do it. But not only that, I like to, I want to get the project finished, or as close to finished as I possibly can. So the good news is it is cold outside, but I have a new shop. So I'm trying to put this thing together, get my shop all organized and stuff, and we actually bought a new house. So that's why I haven't been able to work on the truck. But now that I have a new house, I also have a new place to work on the truck. So I have free range in this garage. So I've been busy at work trying to get everything arranged. So I went to Harbor Freight. I bought a engine hoist. Why, you ask? Because I still do have that old 300 turbo diesel. So I'm going to pull that engine out, whether it kills me or not. I don't know if I'm going to use it in the car or in the Zombie Hunter or not. I'd like to, but I'm going to have to do some work on it, and then I want to modify the oil pan and everything so that everything works. In the perfect world, I'll get that done. I'll pull the whole drivetrain out of that thing and put it in the Zombie Hunter. But in preparation, I am planning it. Got a mount, new toolbox, new impact wrenches, everything that I possibly can think of that I'm going to need, I've been slowly acquiring during this move. I checked clearance and it should fit. That one fits. That one is going to be close, but I think I have 7 feet of clearance to get in. So, and then the 9-foot ceilings. So that's good. Yeah. So we'll see. I'll get it all going, get this all organized, and continue with the project. So I got the truck inside the garage now, and it makes a world of difference. Working on any kind of vehicle or anything like that outside in the elements is awful, and I really wish that I had the opportunity to have a garage like this when I was initially doing the body work on here instead of doing it outside, but I didn't. But you know what, for what it was, it ended up turning out okay, so I mean, the truck still looks good. It just was an additional hassle doing it, getting sunburned, getting rained on, and being, constantly being worried about surface rusting and things like that. If I had a nice well-lit garage like this at the time, it would have came out a lot nicer. But, so I still have quite a bit of work to do, but mostly odds and ends. For the most part, the exterior is pretty much done. Just adding on, windshield wipers, I need to put those on. I need to put that little trim above the windshield on. I don't know where I put the little plastic pieces that secure the rubber strip on. So I might have to buy those again. They're not expensive at all. I think probably like $10 each. So I do have these little light guards that I'm going to install. So I have to, drill these in and secure them with some bolts. These are aftermarket, so I found these on eBay for relatively cheap, much cheaper than the OEM ones, and they basically ripped off the OEM design. Obviously it's a little bit more rough. You can see, they just use like this plastic block or whatever. It's like hand done, so it's kind of raw looking, but it's okay. The rest of the truck kind of is raw looking. I'm not looking for, it's not going to be a glamorous truck. although it is definitely a head turner. Even when it's parked out in the driveway, you know, I'll see people walk by and just stare at it. So I know I must have done something right when I was planning the design for this thing and the look. I have to work on the fender flares. So I do have those 7 centimeter fender flares. I'll work on those, do the rest of the fiberglass work on there, and then drill those and put those on into place. The tires, they do stick out quite a bit, you know, and that's why I'm getting the fender flares. But it gives it a very wide-looking stance, and not as tall as I'd like. So I'm considering changing the spacers. So I have 40 millimeter spacers on there, changing them to 31 millimeter spacers. I don't know how much of a difference that's going to make, but I'm sure my wheel bearings are going to appreciate it a little bit more. So there's that. The rear bumper, I need to work on that. But for the time being, I still have to design brackets and stuff to mount the Jeep Wrangler bumper on there with the swing out tire carrier. But for the time being, I'm thinking about just restoring these, split bumpers that I have on there. So this one's okay. I just have to clean it up and paint it. I'll smooth it out, grind stuff down, and clean it all up, and then just paint it. The previous owner had these square tubing welded to it. It does help when you're stepping on it, so I might possibly buy some tread plate or something to put over that and finish off the look. This one is rotted out, so I'm going to cut this all out, and then I have this leftover from the front bumper that I scavenged for the brackets and stuff for my winch bumper. So I'll probably just cut out a section like that and then weld that into here, and clean it up. Because ideally I want to put the TJ bumper on the back of it, but until then, at least I'll have something on there to protect the back of the truck. Yeah, it's just mostly odds and ends, just doing that. What else? I have to figure out a way to do the ducting for my snorkel. So I was thinking about, I bought this TJ air box. So setting this thing up to work with my current setup. I might have to cut these down and play around with it, but nice little watertight enclosed housing for the filter. And then I bought this flexible tubing, so I'll use that to see what I can do. So that'll be that, and then most of it's done. Just exterior mods, and then it's to the interior. But I started another project. I'll let you know what it is shortly, but it's definitely going to be exciting, and it's on a similar level. Might even be on a more extreme level than I did with this truck. But the skills that I learned when I was restoring this one, I'm going to apply to another project, and that's going to be coming up soon. And I'll start a whole nother playlist for that project. So there'll be 2 projects on my channel. It'll be the Zombie Hunter project, and then I don't know what I'm going to call the next one, but it'll be a similar project that's coming up. All right, so time to get to work. Time to just take care of these little things, add them on, and start working on the interior. All right, so that didn't work out as planned. Split this particle board right in half. I should have known that was going to happen, but you know, I thought I'd give it a shot. So what I really need is a big sheet of plywood or something, or ideally a actual shop table that I can work on. So I'll try to source one of those and put it somewhere, find room to put a shop table in here. I think that's it for today. I spent most of my time, you know, organizing this place and doing all that. And you can see, I also need a heater in here because it's cold. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to clean this up, the rest of it, and then cut out this little reinforcement plate that's inside the bumper. You know, cut the rest of it out. I thought I could bang this out maybe, but it seems to be secured somewhere else in here. So I'll just end up cutting the rest of it out, grinding it off, and then cutting it, you know, around up to here or something, and then that's it. You know, putting this in place and banging it in place and getting it all put together in there. So that's it for today. Tomorrow I'll try to take care of all of that, as well as put the guards on there. And then, like I said, it's probably too cold for any fiberglass work unless I get a heater in here. But you know, until I get a heater in here or it warms up outside, I won't do any fiberglass work, just to make sure that everything is good. But I can do test fitting and sanding and stuff, I guess. So that's that. So until the next video, I'm out.